Okay, so I am out here in the 10 acres that landlord owns. This is actually my backyard. It's 10 acres. That's big backyard, isn't it? Anyway, there are dogs with me. This is my new puppy, Zack. His mom is also around. She doesn't belong to me. She belongs to a neighbor. But I was just wanting to talk about I don't know, this topic's kind of old, but religion. Yeah, same story here. I was brought up in religion. Oh, here we go. There's the other dog. She belongs to another neighbor, and there's my puppy's mom. Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, religion is silly, and I was brought up in it, and I find it kind of peculiar that people actually convert to it. I think it's probably has to do with emotions mostly and guilt. And you know what's funny is I sometimes hear apologists say that the best evidence for Christianity is the resurrection. And I really disagree. Even while I was a believer, I thought that the best evidence for Christianity was, and don't laugh, near-death experiences. Yeah. Personal accounts of near-death experiences where people have claimed to have almost died and then come back to tell about it, tell where they've been in heaven or the other place. I always thought that was the most convincing evidence for Christianity ever, because, like, apparently all these people have had just about the same or similar experiences, and all kind of pointed to, always consistent with what the Bible teaches. But, there's, a big problem with that. I mean, they're often come from biased sources. And, so near-death experiences and are often, it could be anything. People even say they've been abducted by aliens. However, of course, an evangelical Christian will say that, the aliens are demons, or anything else that, if anything that somebody experienced that does not line up with the Bible or Christianity, that's from the devil. It's Satan tricking you. Yeah, they've used the Satan fallacy a lot. It's Satan tricking you, and there's my puppy. He's not a demon. I don't think he is. He could be. If Satan tricks me, I have to be able to look out at every corner. My dog could be a demon for all I know. This tree could be a demon. Oh no, it's gonna grab me and get me. So I think that's where the Satan fallacy fails. Because I'm just kind of rambling incoherently. This is totally not scripted because I'm out in nature right now. I'm not in front of my computer like I am often, unfortunately. I should be out here with dogs. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Let's see. And creationism. More on that later. Get it? Because creationists are morons. Now I sound like a moron. Anyway, Well, let's see. Creationism belongs in the Dark Ages alongside witch hunts and slavery. Because, it's not science, and people keep pushing it. And, it just gets old. Obviously, there's just countless mountains of problems with young Earth creationism, or even old Earth creationism. I mean, there's less problems, but there's still a lot of problems with old Earth creationism. Yeah. See, all this is all flooded because, in Texas we do get a lot of rain in February and March. Yeah, it's our rainiest season. We hardly ever get snow in Christmas time. Usually when it does snow, and that's only like once or twice a year, it's usually in like February or March, and we did have some snow last week. I think snow is fun, actually. But it's winter's almost over, so yeah. Whoops, got my shoes wet. Dang it. Anyway, and you know what I've been doing I've been spending a lot of my time on is, I mentioned that I use my computer a lot when I should like to go out here. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts of, Atheist Experience and The Thinking Atheist and all these freethinker podcasts. I actually prefer to use the term freethinker. I don't know if you heard that. Freethinker podcasts. And while I was listening to the podcast, I'm kind of addicted to this program called Daz Studio. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. Daz 3D Studio, where you take 3D characters and props and put them all together in a scene and make like all kinds of different scenes. Just use your imagination. I mean, the props and characters already exist, so you have to download them or buy them, but you can just put them in the scene, and it's really addicting. It's absolutely addicting. And I've been making lots of like nature scenes with animals using Daz Studio, and some space and sci-fi themed scenes as well. I'd like to show them someday, but the problem is I may have to credit the artists who made the props and characters, and I don't have the list of all them, because I didn't pay attention while downloading, and I didn't write it down. Okay, there's my puppy still trailing behind. Just saw his mom over there. His mom belongs to another neighbor. I think I already said that. And then I adopted this puppy from them. And, okay. And I wonder how many thousands of years this particular ecosystem was like this. Like these junipers and stuff. I don't know. Because 1,000 years ago, there were probably Native Americans hunting here. 10,000 years ago, there were probably a lot fewer Native Americans. native peoples at all. Of course, those people were a lot less advanced. Than the Native Americans, even 1,000 years ago. Okay, doggies. And there was probably giant sloths here in Texas. Giant sloths and, was it mastodons, I think, were here? I'll have to look that up. And 100,000 years ago, there weren't any people here. There weren't any people at all here. Everybody was in Africa pretty much 100,000 years ago. Oh, but we did have some giant sloths and stuff. Okay, because there's lots and lots of evidence for the nature and geological processes and human migrations that, creation myths don't apply anymore. And what's interesting is there are some cultures that are not there are some cultures that still hold on to their creation myths and they don't believe in science. So we're not talking just young earth creationism from the Bible, but there's 3 dogs together. Got my puppy and his mom. They play a lot. Yep. And so it's not. Yeah, so it's not young earth creationism. It's not young earth creationists that are the only people that are denying science. Okay. Know that there's like climate change denialists, but they're not necessarily creationists. They just deny, climate change. But they usually are more likely to be creationists because they hold to. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Was politics. Politics. I have to admit I don't know a whole lot about politics, so I'm going to be rambling. Okay. Here's the thing. People often assume that, falsely, that you're either very far right or very far left, and that is just so wrong. And they don't believe that there's a gray area politically, It's like, for instance, they think that just because a person's pro-life, that automatically means they want to destroy the environment or something. Because those are 2 Republican stereotypes. I just named it as an example. Stereotypes. Anything living under there? Oh darn, I wanted to see if I can see a cotton rat and get it on film. Anyway, okay. So I'll be heading back. Wow. This video is almost 14 minutes long now. Okay. So. And there's my goats. It is humbling to accept the fact that that all the animals like goats and dogs and people and the chinchillas and ferrets and other animals that I have as pets all share a common ancestor that resembles something like a shrew. So that's very humbling. It's much more humbling than getting on your hands and knees and bowing down to some invisible creator. Accepting science, So, I think I would like to share this video to some prominent freethinkers. So these are my goats. Goats. Okay. I think I'll close off